Hello everybody, it's me, Danny Blueberry, and I'm about to give a lesson on how I play As Tears Go by the Rolling Stones. Of course, there are many different ways to play something. This is how I do it, and I hope you'll find it interesting. But before I start, I'm wondering if you would take a second, if you're not yet a subscriber, to just hit in the lower right side of your screen the subscribe button. It would really help me out, and I'd much appreciate it. So take a second. Okay, hope you're subscribed. So I'm going to move this, I'll tell you a little bit about the song before I start. Mick Jagger and Keith Richards wrote it for Mary Ann Faithfull originally, who was Mick Jagger's girlfriend, and she did a beautiful version of it. But shortly afterwards, Mick and Keith did a Rolling Stones version with a 12-string guitar and a symphony behind it, and it was really outstandingly, spectacularly beautiful. If you watch the video of Mick and Keith playing it, Keith is playing a 12-string guitar and he uses a pick. I'm a fingerpick player, so I'm going to show you how I fingerpick it. But if you're not into fingerpicking, you could just as easily strum it. Sounds beautiful both ways. So I'm going to run through the song. The first verse I'll fingerpick, and the second verse I'll strum so you can see the difference. And then I'll get into which chords I'm using, and which fingers I'm using. And hopefully you'll be able to make your own version of it or something similar. I'm going to move the screen down since you know what I look like already, and it's more important that you see my fingers on the guitar. So there we go. This is a Blueberry hand-painted guitar, in case you're wondering. So without further ado, As Tears Go By. It is the evening of the day. I like to watch the children play. Smiling faces I can see, but not for me. I'll sit and watch as tears go by. Now strumming. My riches can't buy everything. I like to watch the children sing. All I hear is the sound of rain falling on the ground. I sit and watch as tears go by. All right, then there's that last verse that goes, it is the evening of the day and all I hear is the sound. So what am I doing? First, it starts on a G chord. I'm assuming you all know basic chords. Do you know basic chords? Yes, I'm assuming that. So this is a G. Generally, a G has this string, which is on the high E note. The high E string, you have the G string put down, and then your index finger on the B on the second string, and the third string you have the G. So that's a regular G, but for the purpose of this song, I'm adding my ring finger on the D note, which is on the second string, the second high string on the D. So it's a fuller G, and it's useful to get the finger picking sound. So now I'm using my 3 fingers and my thumb, and I'm picking out the opening of the song. This is what makes, one of the things that makes the song so distinctive is this. So I'm hammering down. Da, 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 da. Then we're going to A. It's a very Rolling Stonesy sort of thing to do. So it's A, and then I'm hitting the G note. So I'm making it a sort of A7 type of thing. So start again, G, with the added ring finger over here. what I'm doing is I'm picking out those two strings at the same time with my index finger and my middle finger. Again. Da 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 do 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 do. It's not that difficult. Of course, if you're strumming it, it just goes. So. This is a C, so it's going from G to A with the added D to C. So I'm adding that same D over here to make it a C7 for one measure. So start again, it's a G. Hammering down onto the C on the C note over here. And then we're going to a D. So that's also very Rolling Stonesy. That's a regular D chord, and I'm adding a G note for a second. It gives it all that distinctive flavor. So that's the opening verse. So this is how we sing it. It is the evening of the day. So the verse, you don't have to go as complex. When you open the song, it's best to get it as close as possible to the opening, because that's what everybody's going to latch on to. But it's the same chord structure, but you don't have to be as complex with your finger picking if you're singing it. So watch. You could also strum it. It is the evening of the day. If you're strumming it, just do the basic chords. G, 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 A, and C, and D. That's really just the opening verse. It is the evening of the day. I like to watch the children play. Now comes the smiling faces, and that's a C. Smiling faces I can see. That's a C. Da 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 da. Now this is a descent from G to E minor, but not for me. It's beautiful actually. If you go to your G, so that's a G, and you just remove your middle finger and you take your index finger and you hit it on the F sharp, which is the second string here, and then go to E minor again. You can also add a seventh. It sounds nice, but the seventh is added by hitting that D string. And then you go to C. D. Let's take it from the top. It is the evening of the day. I like to watch the children play. Smiling faces I can see, but not for me. I sit and watch as tears go by. Again. Okay, I'm gonna strum it so that you'll follow the chord structure. G, 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 A, and C, and D. G, 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 A, and C, and D. C, 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 D. descent to E minor, C, 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 and finally D. And it just repeats itself 3 times. So it's not really that difficult a song. And I hope you liked that lesson. And I'd love to hear some feedback or comments on how I can improve, or maybe some other songs that you'd like to learn. I really only give lessons on songs I really, really love, but it's quite possible that I've overlooked some, and I love to learn as well. So thank you very much for being here, paying attention, supporting my YouTube channel, and hope to hear from you. Remember, if you liked it, please subscribe and like, that would even be nicer, and share. Love you all. Thank you so much. Bye.